Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Today is Sunday, August 6th, and I'll be doing the daily card pull to see what all messages are coming through from Spirit, the Divine, God, and what it is that you need to know as you make your way through Sunday, as the weekend starts to wrap up. So hopefully everyone's had a good weekend, nice and refreshing, and getting ready for the week ahead. As a reminder, on Tuesday is when the Lionsgate portal hits its peak. That's on 8/8, and that is our peak manifesting time. So make sure that you're working on your manifestation goals. So for today, let's go ahead and jump in with our fire signs. That's our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and see what all messages are coming through for you. The High Priestess. So that is that inner kind of that inner wisdom and knowing and higher consciousness. This is that divine feminine energy. So encouraging you to approach life and whatever situations are presenting itself to you today, approaching it with that loving sense that, you know, divine feminine is all about that nurturing, that unconditional love. So that is what is being called upon for you for today. Let's see what moon card comes out. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So that's especially with Aries being one of our fire signs, that new moon, that's that like fresh beginnings. Go ahead and jump out there, be bold, take action. Maybe there's something that you've been meaning to do or you've been thinking about doing and you've been caught up too much in your headspace. And the High Priestess card is telling you, stop trying to logic your way out of a situation or understand a situation that way. Look within, look with your heart, act with your heart, and take action. All right. You are magic. So that's your Sacred Creator card. Sometimes there's that dose of, your self-limiting beliefs that are out there. What is the story that you're telling yourself? And maybe that's why you've been stuck too much in your headspace and not enough in your divine feminine heart space, is because you've been telling yourself a certain story. If the world is telling you that you're not worthy or you need to do this in order to be loved and accepted, and you just believe that because that's the story you've been telling yourself. This High Priestess energy and this you are magic is calling on you to look at your inner wisdom and that loving divine feminine energy. Let's see. Owl. Magic. So apparently there's a strong message of magic coming through for you today. Since the owl card says, magic, choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So the time to take action, this is that rise up. It's, break free from these chains of whatever is holding you in this rut. It's holding you in this looping cycle, whether it's a job that's just sucking the life out of you, whether it's a relationship that's sucking the life out of you, whatever it is that's keeping you in this rut and feeling like you're just not good enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. Whatever that story is that you're telling yourself, you're being called upon to rise up and understand that you're not all of those limiting things. Your soul is a magical and wonderful soul, and you just need to have the courage to strip away all this 3D ego programming that has kept you kind of with the blinders on. So that's an interesting message of magic. And hopefully you'll be able to see the situation or situations that's applying to for you. Next, we're on to our earth signs, which is our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what is coming out for you for today. Judgment. When the Judgment card comes out, and that's card number 20, so that's almost at the very end of the lesson cycle. And this is that reminder to stand up and, there's going to be judgment from the divine, but, that's not something to be feared. And that's, usually it has to do with like rebirth and renewal. Like you've been through all of these trials, you've been through this, these lessons, and you're getting to the end, and it's like, okay, let's step in for that divine judgment. And part of it though is also, life hands you the same lessons over and over again until you learn them. So there's the easy way and there's the hard way. The hard way is continue to be stubborn and dig your heels in or bury your head in the sand and pretend that that's not happening. Or, step back and really look at the situations and what are you being called upon to learn. And once you learn whatever that lesson is, then you get to move forward. You get to be done with that lesson because you've learned it. If you're not, you keep looping. All right, so your jumper card was expect powerful change. And then since that was a jumper card, I pulled another one that says a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And the important thing with this is when we're looking at it, the new moon in Libra is all about balance. So it could be that you're ending or you're nearing the end of a romantic lesson that needs to be learned. So this expect powerful change, and then a new romantic cycle is beginning. Learning from whatever mistakes have been made. So either maybe a relationship is ending for you, maybe a certain phase within your relationship is ending, but that this new romantic cycle is going to be one of balance. When you're living out of balance, that's what drives your vibration lower. That's what keeps you stuck in these ruts, is as your vibration lowers, the whole expression misery loves company, you're just attracting in more negative. So there's a powerful change that's coming. It's going to push in a new romantic cycle for you and push you into those higher vibrations, which is going to better align you with your soul journey, your soul path. All right. Follow through. And with this, kind of the message that's coming through is that there's something going on. Oh, there was a few cards that flipped. That there's something going on, and with this powerful change, maybe you've been trying to get out of a relationship, and you kind of keep getting sucked back in. And the message is coming in: follow through. If there's something that needs to change it, and allow that change to happen. Allow the judgment to happen. Maybe there were things you did wrong, maybe there were things the other person did wrong, but you've learned, and let that change happen so that you can have something new and powerful come in, something like a new romantic relationship that is more balanced. But, in order to clear out space so that something good can come in, you have to get rid of what's taking up space now. So you can't have new good things coming in if you don't have space in your life, in your heart, in your energetic field. All right, let's take a look at your card. Polar Bear, Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So some of that is that whole idea of, you do have to have patience. And, you need to be able to rest and kind of rejuvenate. It takes strength to change. So, all right, that was for our earth signs. Let's take a look at our water signs, which is our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and see what message is coming through for you. All right. Justice. So the Justice card is about finding balance, finding harmony along your path. Whether it's that you're seeking justice from somebody else to, maybe they've been doing something that has felt unfair. So whether you're seeking that or whether you're being called upon to really examine your actions and see what you need to be doing to operate more fairly to those around you. And remember, we're still in that season where we have a lot of planets and things that are in retrograde, and that's calling on you to turn within and see what is it, not only, are people around you doing, but what is it that you're doing? What is your contribution? Are there things you could or should be doing differently to better be aligned on your path? Let's take a look at our moon card. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. And this is a great one because at the end of this month, we do have a blue moon, since it'll be the second full moon in the month. But, you know, the universe can make anything happen. So believe in the impossible, and don't limit yourself by telling yourself an untrue or an unfair or an overly negative narrative. All right, let's see what's coming in for your Sacred Creator card. What does your soul say? And some things may seem impossible, but a lot of times too, it's a matter of, you know, breaking things down. What may seem impossible, if you start breaking it down into more manageable steps, can actually come true. I mean, you know, obviously depending on what it is that you're talking about, but a lot of times in life we tell ourselves these stories. You know, I'm not smart enough to do this. I'm not rich enough to do this. I'm not pretty enough to do this. I'm not creative enough to do this. But really what it is that's kind of like your ego trying to protect you, that, oh, that fear of failure. What if I fail? So, you know, your ego kind of tells yourself, well, I can't do this. I don't deserve this. I shouldn't do this. You know, I'm not blank enough to do this, because it's trying to protect you from that fear of failure. But this is saying, believe in the impossible. What is your soul calling you to do? All right, let's take a look at your card. Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So this whole be bold, believe in the impossible, and, you know, with your justice, like finding that balance, you know, and harmony and all of that. And if you're in that soul energy and really doing what lights you up, what sets your soul on fire, and putting your energy there and trusting in the universe and the divine that there's a plan for you. And, you know, the whole thing, God wants you to be happy. So having that faith and perseverance and kind of structure and plan, and how do you want to get to your goals? And there was a quote, I think it was attributed to Mark Wahlberg, and I'm probably going to butcher it a little bit, but it says something about, you know, rarely do your dreams, or, you know, like kind of what you feel like you've been tasked by God to do, rarely do those dreams match your bank account. You're being asked to do them based on faith, or God is checking your faith, not your bank account. So dream big, I think was like the message, like dream big, go out and do these bold things. You know, God's testing your faith, not the size of your bank account. So, all right. Here is our last ones. We are going to do our air signs and see what message is coming through for our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Empress. So the Empress energy, that's that female creativity, femininity, like mothering type of energy, that very loving and kind of, you know, protective. But it also has to do with abundance. And, you know, so you're being called to sit in that energy today and let that abundance come to you. Let that creativity flow through you. Nurture those ideas. It sometimes has to do with fertility as well, but whether that's, you know, creating a human life, or whether it's the idea of like birthing a new idea, a new direction, a new venture. Balanced spirituality and practicality. So I feel like this card comes up a fair amount in readings, that it's, and that's that full moon in Pisces. So you do have to be, you know, kind of that practicality, which is, it's funny because on the heels of the other one with our water signs about, oh, you know, believe in the impossible. There, you know, but even with that message, believe in that, but have the structure and the practicality behind, how am I going to get there? Kind of the whole thing of, if you're working on manifesting, and, you know, people talk about like law of attraction and everything, it's not enough to just sit there and say, I'd like to manifest $1 million. And then all of a sudden a big bag of money falls on your table. Like, that's not the way it works. So there's the spiritual part of it, but there's the practicality too of, you know, what are you doing to get there? So, all right, let's see what our Sacred Creator card is for our air signs. Fearless expression. And that's about being your true, authentic you. So when we talk about this Empress energy with your creativity and all of that, it's, you know, being you and not being afraid to be yourself and not making yourself small just to make other people more comfortable around you. So let's see what comes through on your spirit animal cards. Dog. Friend, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. You know, for as many times as I've done this, I have not had this card come out before. I love it. You know, and it's interesting. I feel like when we're doing some of these reads and the message flows together, like I look, and I think you may have heard me say this in other videos, I look at the color schemes and how the colors like all flow together. And even in the last one for our water signs, like when the cards match up where you kind of get that flow, it feels like the message resonates even more. So with this whole, you know, being you and expressing yourself, like when we talk about being bold and being unapologetically you, it's not a matter of I'm going to go in and burn the whole place to the ground because it's about me. A lot of times that, you know, this friend energy, this loving without condition, that's being you. You know, at your core, you are love. Like soul and consciousness is love. And it's a matter of how do you strip away all of this other programming to sit in that space of love, and expressing yourself and being your true authentic self and acknowledging and appreciating the people around you for being their true authentic self as well. So as always, take only what resonates with you from this reading. And yesterday I also did post one of those Is This My Person readings, so feel free to check that out. And if that message resonates or you're drawn to that video, then there may be something in there for you. And I will also later in the week be doing the readings for I think it's the Twin Flame reading that posted yesterday. So go ahead and check that one out. And then there will also be the readings for the individual zodiac signs coming up over the next week or so. So make sure to check those out. And if you want to be notified when those videos are posted, hit that notification bell. Also, if you would like an individual reading, check out the description box for a link to the Etsy page, and I can do a reading similar to this for you individually. So I wish you peace and joy along your journey, and we'll see you next time.